Who are these people? They are Nizams. And let's understand what's that. Nizams were the 18th through 20th century rulers of Hyderabad. There were a whole set of 10 Nizams through this entire period. The chain started from Nizam ul Mulk, born in Agra in 1671, also known as Asaf Jah I. You may want to keep this name in mind probably. Let's see. He was previously the general of Aurangzeb, the Mughal emperor. His ruling period started from 31st July 1724. Fun fact, this lucky man, he had a tenure where the construction of Taj Mahal was completed. I so wish I would have witnessed that. I could have had the chance. Then comes the East India Company. So when they achieved paramountcy over the Indian subcontinent, they allowed the Nizams to rule their princely states as client kings. The Nizams retained internal power over the Hyderabad state until 17 September 1948, when Hyderabad was then integrated into the new Indian Union. Moving on to Nizam ul Mulk's three sons, Nasir Jung, Muzaffar Jung, and Salabat Jung. It apparently seems that there was a period of 13 unstable years when they ruled as kings. So they were never officially recognized as rulers, and this also brings us to the fact that we do not have Muzaffar Jung's birth date in record. Nasir Jung. Nasir Jung was born on 26 February 1712 and lived until 16 December 1750. He held the position of a Subedar, which means junior commissioned officer in the Indian Army of Aurangabad, and then ruled the Hyderabad state post his father's rule in 1748. So it was passed on from father to son. After the death of Nizam ul Mulk, a civil war for succession broke out in south between Nasir Jung and Muzaffar Jung, which eventually led to the Second Carnatic War, an unofficial war fought between British East India Company and French East India Company. Nasir Jung was killed at the Sarasengupattai in South India. Muzaffar Jung is the second son, actually grandson, of Nizam ul Mulk, whose birth date isn't in records, but however, he died on 13 February 1751. He was also given a very pompous title like his predecessor and rival Nasir Jung. The title was Nawab Khan Bahadur Muzaffar Jung, Nawab Subedar of the Deccan. He was then famously known as Muzaffar Jung. When his grandfather Nizam ul Mulk died in 1748, he decided to stake his claim to the throne in opposition to his uncle Nasir Jung. This resulted in the first major direct involvement of the Europeans in Indian domestic politics. Muzaffar Jung's tenure lasted for a short period of time, December 1750 to February 1751. Salabat Jung. Salabat Jung was born as Mir Said Muhammad Khan Siddiqui Baifandi on 24th November 1718. He was the third son of Nizam ul Mulk. He was appointed as the Naib Subedar, which is deputy viceroy to his elder brother, the Prime Minister of Mughal Emperor, with the title Salabat Jung. He was granted the titles of Khan Bahadur and Salabat Jung during his father's lifetime. During the Second Carnatic War, he was a prisoner, first in Nasir Jung's camp and later in Muzaffar Jung's camp. After Muzaffar Jung was killed by the Afghans, Salabat Jung was proclaimed as the new Nizam near Lucky Redipalli Pass. He was the ruler of Hyderabad state in India from 1751 to 1762. Mir Nizam Ali Khan, Asaf Jah II. Remember I asked you to keep this name in mind? Yeah, he was the fifth Nizam of Hyderabad state in South India between 1762 and 1803. He was born on 7 March 1734 as the fourth son to Asaf Jah I and Umda Begum. His official name is Asaf Jah II, Nizamul Mulk, Nizamud Dawla, Nawab Mir Nizam Ali Khan, Fateh Jung, Sipah Salar, Nawab Subedar of the Deccan. That is too many names for one to have. Nizam Ali was appointed as the leading commander and administrator of the Deccan in the year 1759. His ways and methods of fighting against the Marathas had earned him the reputation as a capable commander. Asaf Jah II died at the Chaumala Palace at the age of 69 on 6th August 1803. Sikandar Jah, Asaf Jah III, was born on 11th November 1768. He was the Nizam of Hyderabad from 1803 to 1829. He was also born in the Chaumala Palace. During his reign, a British cantonment was established near Hyderabad and the area was christened after him as Sikandarbad. But he did not have any pact with the British for maintaining the contingent. The state was in a financial mess during this reign. Sikandar Jah also built the Rambagh temple in Attapur, as well as attended the inauguration ceremony, proving again that the communal harmony that existed between the Muslim Asaf Jahi rulers and their Hindu subjects in Hyderabad. The Nizam also granted a jagar to the temple priest for the temple's maintenance. Sikandar Jah lived until 21st May 1829. Nasirud Dawla, Mir Farkhunda Ali Khan, born on 25th April 1794, commonly known as Nasirud Dawla, was Nizam of Hyderabad from 24th May 1829 until his death in 1857. He inherited a financially weak kingdom. So on his request, Lord William Bentinck withdrew all of the European superintendents of civil departments and followed a policy of non-intervention in the Nizam's affairs. Asaf Jah IV founded the Hyderabad Medical School in 1846. He owed large debts to the Arabs, the Rohillas, the British. In 1853, he signed a treaty with the British. The British then agreed to liquidate all of his debts in return for ceding part of his territory. At this point, you may feel all of them look similar and so do their names. But here's the thing, we need to see how we've grown ever since and where we are today. Moving on to Asaf Jah V. Yes, there's one more. Afzalud Dawla, also popularly known as Asaf Jah V, was born on 11 October 1827. He ruled as a Nizam of Hyderabad from 1857 to 1869. Asaf Jah V's realm was divided into 5 sabas, state, which means states, and 16 districts. Each sabah was headed by a subedar and each district by a talukdar. He set up the Hyderabad Medical School in 1846, which later came to be known as Osmania Medical College. There's also the Nizam's Rubat, which is an accommodation building purchased by the Nizam for the people of Hyderabad state who come to visit the Hajj in the city of Mecca. He was married 3 times and had 4 sons and 6 daughters. That is too much, but okay. He died at Hyderabad on 26 February 1869 after a reign of just 12 years and was buried at the Mecca Masjid Mosque. Mir Mehboob Ali Khan, also known as Asaf Jah VI, was born on 17 August 1866. He was the Nizam of Hyderabad from 1869 to 1911. He was the youngest son of Afzalud Dawla. As shocking as this would sound, Mehboob Ali Khan was just 2 years and 7 months old when he ascended the throne under the regency of Diwan Salar Jung and Shamsul Umra. He was the first Nizam to be exposed to Western education. A special school under the guidance of Captain Claude Kirk was set up in the Chaumala Palace for him. Mehboob Ali Khan established Hyderabad Medical College, which was first in India, and commissioned for chloroform, which was first in the world, during 1873, He also abolished the practice of sati. He was married to Amatul Zahra Begum, with whom he fell in love while studying at the age of 18. That is so cute. But then he died on 29th August 1911 at the age of 45, and he was buried alongside his ancestors. And like we say, last but not the least, Asafjah VII, also called as Mir Osman Ali Khan, was the last Nizam of Hyderabad who ascended the throne on 29 August 1911 and ruled until 17 September 1948. He was known as the architect of modern Hyderabad and is credited with establishing many public institutions in the city of Hyderabad. The Nizam originally wanted to join India, but after his independence in 1947, he did not wish to accede his state to the newly formed nation. In 1948, the Indian army invaded and annexed Hyderabad state, and Asafjah VII had to surrender. Post independence, he became the Raj Pramukh, which is an administrative authority of Hyderabad state between 1950 and 1956. After which the state was partitioned and it became a part of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. He made multiple social contributions, which may be too long to explain at the moment, but what we can say is he was a very wise man. He's done a lot of stuff. Mir Osman Ali Khan left the world on 24th February 1967. So that was a little on the Nizams of Hyderabad. Thank you for being so patient and watching through.